Hey folks, welcome to my world. It's your girl Dominique back here with you. If you can tell that there is a difference in my voice today, it is because I have a lovely neighbor in my building who has a fantastic attitude about smoking in a non-smoking building. And so I am sitting here with a severe autoimmune reaction. My lips are almost swelled closed. My eyes can barely open, and frankly, I'm convincing myself that I'm really probably not in the best place to do this episode, but guess what? I can either sit here in silence and get no work done, or I can sit here and hopefully entertain some people and get some work done. Right? Because, yeah. So, if you're detecting a bit of a change in my voice, that's what it's about. Thank you so much to the smoker in my building with the attitude of me first because I can. But on the same note, we're going to be talking about some other wonderful people out there who are also of the mind that me first because I can. And then when they get called out on their bullshit, it tends to go something like this. Something like this. And you guys tell me where you think this is all coming from, okay? I'll give you a chance to guess what Reddit I'm going to be reading you today. So, here's a post, right here. It's a meme. I'm so depressed. I really don't know how much longer I can go on like this. And then the response of the person this individual is talking to. Damn, show me your butthole. Yeah, you can probably guess what forum I'm talking about right now. Okay, and here's a little excerpt from a text message. He told this young woman that he'd just met via an internet-based social circle that he found her incredibly beautiful. A phrase which here means that he actually felt entitled to this young woman simply because he complimented her appearance in a very lackluster way. Ironically, these males refer to themselves as gentlemen. Well, yeah, but at the same time, it doesn't necessarily feel like this person fully grasps the fact that they're exhibiting the same behavior, which is entitled and whiny when the entitled attitude is called out. Something like my neighbor, huh, folks? Well, it's cold outside. I can't go outside to smoke. Well, you're in a non-smoking building. Fuck you. I don't care if I kill you. So, you can probably tell what forum we're reading from today in honor of my wonderful neighbor whose entitled attitude is causing me to literally look like a meme from an r/MRM Reddit channel. Okay, so here's one. Here's another one from this same subreddit. Yesterday, I saw a gorgeous woman at the mall, and I had to turn my head. Like your head just turned of its own volition. Like you just simply did not have control over your motor functions at that time. It was only a moment later that I realized she was in a wheelchair. Yeah, but you don't see color either. That's the difference between me and the average swag bros. Okay. They would have dismissed her right away because of her disability. Yeah, so basically what he's saying is, but me, on the other hand, I'll objectify her because of her disability. I will objectify her like I do everyone else, and she should fucking consider that a compliment, though. That's what she should do. She should really consider that a compliment. Okay, we get where you're coming from, buddy. We get where you're coming from. And here's a really fantastic entry from this same subreddit. Provo, Utah. This is from a news channel. Well, the screen cap is from a user, but this is from a news channel. Provo, Utah. A 27-year-old man was arrested in Provo Saturday after police say he made threats of violence towards women because he did not have a girlfriend and was still a virgin. Provo police said the following threat was posted on Beep's Facebook page. All I wanted was a girlfriend, not 1,000, not a bunch of hoes, not money, none of that. Oh, well, then you must be a good guy. All I wanted was to be loved, yet no one cares about me. I'm 27 years old, and I've never had a girlfriend before, and I'm still a virgin. This is why I'm planning on shooting up a public place soon and being the next mass shooter, 'cause I'm ready to die. And all the girls that turn me down is going to make it right by killing as many girls as I see. So apparently he's as good at utilizing the English language as he is at being a police officer. Okay. That sounds ominous. Let's hope that situation has been handled. Yeah. Okay, and this is a really new Reddit post. Yeah, let's hope that situation has been handled. But at the same time, the reason that I included it was that we can't lend credence to people like this, in my humble opinion. We can't lend credence to people like this, and we can't allow them to be taken seriously. You know, you can't sit there and justify the fact that you are going to plan on shooting up a public place because you didn't get all the toys you thought you were entitled to, and you see people as objects. That's not an appropriate response. And while the threat should be taken seriously, the person should not be taken seriously. That is a bizarre way to be. That's a bizarre way to be. So, moving on to another screenshot here on Reddit. And of course, I'll tell you what Reddit channel I'm reading from at the end. I'm sure you've already guessed it. Do you mind to sex chat and exchanging nudes? Smiley face. Fuck off. I have a man. She was right about you. You're just a motherfucking bitch. Fuck you, nasty slut. I'm gonna make you choke on my dick so hard that you'll come calling for more. Now shut your whore mouth. I'll slide my big dick up your bitch ass. I know that you don't have a boyfriend. Who the fuck could want to be with a slut like you? Blah, 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 blah. Well, you, for one, for starters, because you just indicated that you were interested in exchanging nudes, as you so delicately put it. So that's the answer to your question there, to your existential question. Yeah, you. That's your answer. Who would want to be with a slut like you? Well, you would. That's you. And for those of you who think that messages like these don't exist, I hate to burst your bubble. They absolutely do. I've read some of my messages from my inbox to the same effect. Okay, so here's another one. Hello, Trisha. Winky face. And then another text labeled yesterday, 2:55 a.m. Yeah, that's a normal time to text somebody who doesn't write back. Right? Anyone? Right? Guys? I've been waiting for 3 months for a reply, and I'm fed up. With waiting on your reply. I'm gonna move on. I hope that you're happy. It's really sad that you missed out on getting to know a good guy like me. I would have given you the world. I would take you to Ponderosa. I'm sorry, that's a really tough thing to read in a serious voice. to Ponderosa and the movies weekly. Good grief. I do not want to go to the fucking Ponderosa Steakhouse, let alone weekly. I don't even want to go once, dude. What the hell? But he continues because that's just not enough. I would massage your feet whenever you like, and I would have licked any part of your body. But whatever, I'm done waiting. Have a nice life. I have a watch collection that would blow your family's mind. Guess they'll never see it. The demonic laugh was my addition, but wow. Oh my gosh, Trisha, you really are missing out on this wonderful guy who would take you to Ponderosa and then lick you and show your family his entire watch collection. What? Oh, Lord, I think that's one of the best / worst ones I have seen. All right, next. And there's a picture of a gentleman who, respectfully, does not look terribly appealing. Let's put it as respectfully as possible. And he is a larger fellow, but the fact that he's larger is not what makes him look unappealing. It's just a bizarre combination. I feel like my description is going to be funnier than the actual picture because, hi, it's me, and I'm rather oddly descriptive when it's not appropriate. So let's see. Here goes. So, it's not the fact that this is a larger gentleman that seems problematic. It's number one, what he has written on his picture. It's fucking weird, folks. It's pretty fucking weird. He's wearing like a Bret Michaels style bandana. He's got super long hair, and it looks like he's added in hair extensions of a variety of colors. He has a piercing through the center of his nose with a very oddly shaped kind of horseshoe style silver ring. He has a beard that's been quite oddly trimmed with tufts sticking out all over the place, and like red and brown and blonde and God knows what other colors are in that beard. Honestly, there's probably like soup or like cracker crumbs up in that beard somewhere. Like, I'm not confident about this beard. And it goes like halfway up one side of his face, but then the other side of his face is like almost completely bare. And he's just wearing like some kind of a heavy metal looking like graphic tee. And this is from OkCupid. Oh, and his hair is sticking up really funny. Like he literally just got up from a nap and was, I can't explain it. Also, he's kind of like winking his eye. Like his one eyebrow is super low and the other is super kind of high up, as if he has had them waxed or shaped by, I can only imagine, someone who's like his kindergartner niece or daughter, son, I don't know. Like, yeah. It's a problematic look, to be certain. I mean, there's nothing wrong with his face. He looks like if he didn't have like the odd affectations, he would look decent. I mean, he's not a bad looking man. It's just the affectation and like the fact that he looks like he just woke up from a nap, and God, the beard, and wow, this is just bizarre. And like I said, number one, let's go back to factor number one here. He's looking at the phone quite creepily. Like, this is a creepy stare. I think he believes it to be sexy. Au contraire, mon frere. It is not. It is not. It's just not. And then he's got these bizarre, like, meme-like captions. You should message me if... Again, this is OkCupid. You should message me if you're not some ignorant girl who likes douchebags, ellipsis, which is why I stretched the word out there. So it's not just douchebags, it's douchebags. And then another caption. I'm secretly the quote-unquote nice guy. Well, dude, do you know the cultural significance of the term quote-unquote nice guy? It's not pretty. It's not a good terminology to, like, add to your OkCupid profile. And this does not look like a joke meme. Like, this genuinely looks like something that someone truly posted to their OkCupid, and then perhaps a Reddit user just added in what they had posted and put it on the pic. So the next caption. Do you believe that men should be the heads of their households? Yes. That's the answer. Do you think women have an obligation to keep their legs shaved? Yes. Hold on. What? How does this guy have any right to tell someone to keep anything shaved? What? This face. No. On to the next one. And this is just a portion of a conversation. I'm not sure where it took place. It could be text. Oh no, here it is. It is perhaps Reddit. And yeah, like I said, there's only a portion of the conversation here, probably just the pertinent portion of it, and the entire, every single label is redacted, so you can only see the name of the person posting it, and I'm not even going to share that. Like, if I don't have to, I'm not going to share it. Anyway, so the user, we'll call this person user, responds to an apparent reach out from this other person. Not seeing what right away. Yeah, dating my ex was fun, but he really didn't like me, and it showed. If I dated him for any longer, then it would have been emotional abuse. Oh well, people suck. Funky face. I don't know what that face would be called. It's just like a colon and then a slash. So I'm just going to call it funky face. And then name redacted replies, I saw your message 45 minutes late, sad face. It's good he's gone. What a piece of trash. You'll find better soon. Consider me, please consider me, right? That's the subtext there. You can find losers like me, at least. But hey, I'm staying clean off drugs. And now, so I can start working my way up to European wafers. What the fuck is a European wafer? Guys, what the fuck is a European wafers? I don't know. That's frightening. Don't worry, you will be so valuable in your early adulthood if you play it right. Women reach their prime at an early age, so yours isn't far off. I like to look at little kids. Again, that's just my interjection. You will have your pick of plenty of guys, no matter what you look like. And then the original user replies again. Whenever someone talks about women reaching their prime, it makes me think of the justification that incels use for pedophilia, folks. What did I just say? Well, down for staying off drugs, but your image of Europe is very idealized. It's not a fantasy land. So this user must be from Europe. And that must have been why this other person made such a bizarre and demeaning comment to them. Hot women will not be begging for your attention. Waifs aren't commonplace. stay realistic. And then a response from Creepy McCreeperton. I've never heard of the connection between incels and pedophilia. And I'm fairly knowledgeable about that sphere, LOL. Yeah, she knows. She knows. You don't need to say that. Nope, walk it back. Delete. Oh, no, you're going to go ahead and post it. Okay. What age do you consider pedophilia? I'd say it's before puberty. I'd say it's before the age of consent. So, yeah. Anyway, he goes on. Wait, what? Of course they won't. I've been to Europe. My experience with European women was mostly in South America. What? But I was only 18, so it sucked ass. Had way more success with the local girls. And then the original person. There is a definite connection between incels and pedophilia, mostly about how 14 to 20-year-old girls are better to date because they're not, quote-unquote, used up. Pedophilia is for under 18s. It's there to protect us. I was fully developed by the age of 11. Doesn't mean adults should fuck me. Same with when I was 15. Yeah, you know what, guys? I'm going to interject here. I had the same experience, and that was creepy. All joking aside, that genuinely was a creepy vibe when I was 11 years old and grown men were looking me up and down and grown men were approaching me. That was disgusting. And thankfully, like this young woman, thankfully is as well, I was a mature young person, and I was able to see that something like that would not have been an appropriate situation for me to engage in. And I definitely would have, told my parents or other adults in my life if I had somebody like this guy, for instance, trying to get with me at that age. I mean, that's horrific and disgusting, and let's just be honest about it. So, she continues. Even though I was mature, I'm still a child, and sex was a strange thing for me. Most 15-year-olds are childish, and their mindset should not be taken advantage of by adults. Hence why pedophilia covers under 18s, not just young children. This young person seems to have a much, much better grasp on the situation than this gross, icky, incel pedophile dude. And here he goes again, because why would he just simply do what's appropriate and not be a creeper? That is a natural male desire, though. Not a necessity, but it is. The young virgin is the most attractive thing you can be. And any guy would admit this if he wasn't scared to, sauce. I have talked to many guys about this. People married in their teens in the Middle Ages. Yeah, dipshit, because we died when we were like 40. Give me a break. 40 was probably elderly at that time. Most women my age are pretty retarded. And now he's going with the ableist bent. Great. I find the 18 to 22 bracket much more interesting. That's enough about that, though. That was enough about that like 15 messages ago. Just figured I'd drop some knowledge for you. I'm getting busy with some stuff, but it was nice talking to you. I wish you luck in the future. And then the ultimate reply from this sane, rational young person. Thank you very much. Stop trying to justify pedophilia to a child. I'll see you around. Good luck wherever life takes you. Oh my God. Could it be any more apparent, you guys, that this teenaged young person is leaps and bounds ahead of this, at least brain development-wise, fully grown adult? I have to say, I really take pride in how this young person answered all of these. And that's part of the reason that while there were some bad vibes to that particular Reddit post, I felt like I'd read it to you because, yes, am I doing voices? Yes. Am I making fun? Oh my gosh, yes. If we can't have fun and we can't laugh at things, even horrible things, then we're pretty well fucked. That's my unqualified opinion, but that is my opinion based on my life experience. And I'd also like to hope that maybe by putting these things out there, I will end up helping some young person to be able to fend off someone like this guy. Now, I haven't done much work or research, I should say, into working with children in the psychology field. I do know about like early childhood development and early childhood education, but I don't know much about the sort of predatory, like pedophilia type of field. My specialty was teaching young children and psychology and sociology and philosophy and just kind of like the ethics vibe. That was where my education dollars were spent in college. And so if anybody has like any great information, any good links or anything to like help young people in a situation like that, please feel free to share them. Because like I said, while we can, make fun of this guy because he absolutely is begging to be made fun of, and he's disgusting, and a child just schooled him. There are people out there in situations that are much more serious than this, and I definitely don't want to make light of that. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, so here's another, and less, hopefully a little less serious Reddit post, and this is screen grabbed from Facebook. Okay, the names are redacted, as they should be. I appreciate when people do that. I think it's appropriate. We have to respect other people's privacy to an extent. But he did put these words out there, so here, why not read them? Okay, so name redacted, and there's some like creepy looking emotive anime character as his profile pic, because why wouldn't it be that? And he's got some kind of a weird like emoji up there, and his feeling status is feeling annoyed. And what he says is, wow, I just love how if I ever try to start a relationship, somewhere down the line, I get the, oh my God, you're way too nice, I don't deserve you, I can't, let's just end this moment. And of course, I'm like, what the hell do you people want? Do you want me is me, or do you want an asshole who hits you and degrades you? I am doing my best to make you happy. Caps, 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 caps. Isn't that enough? Wow, that was a lot of exclamation points. I don't know if I have the breath work to continue with that enough. Oof, okay. And of course, pathetically, there are absolutely no likes, and not a one, and somebody weighs in. Patience. He'll send her... What? Patience? He'll send her your way when you are both ready. Oh, are we talking about God or like a sex trafficking mob boss? Ugh. Oh, I guess that was his dad. Oh, no wonder I can see where things went wrong. Okay, so the original poster says, 27 years, Dad. 27, all in caps. I'm done waiting. And then another post. Oh, no, wait, even funnier. I am done waiting, getting the one, quote unquote, and then having life take them from me because I'm just too amazing. A lot of exclamation points again. I'm not perfect. I'm far from. Why? This is all yelling. Why do people keep thinking I am so perfect? I am untouchable. All the punctuation is way too much for me. So, this guy clearly feels hard done by. Ooh, break out your tiny violins. Your wine and cheese. But good grief, like, not only is he on Facebook wildly emoting about how unfair the world is, but he's literally the only person who comes to his defense is Dad. He's like, Dad, get out of here, you plebeian. I'm done. I mean, come on. It's your dad. At least, even if you just totally don't buy into what he's saying, you could, I don't know, be like, yeah, thanks, Dad. Not really feeling what you're saying right now, but I love you. I appreciate you looking out for me. And hey, I'm glad I have you. Oh, but no, this guy just goes on an entitled rant like I have never seen before in my life, because holy cow. And this guy just decides to go on an entitled rant and decides to absolutely alienate every last person who has ever supported him, including his dad. And then let's go back and break down this message a bit, or this post, I should say, a bit. Okay. So he's saying if he ever tries to start a relationship, basically, so he's saying the relationship never even gets off the ground. And he's even acknowledging in his first breath that the whole, oh, you're too nice or whatever, or in his words, my God, you're way too nice. I don't deserve you. I can't. Let's just end this. He's even acknowledging that is a line. Like, he says it right there. You know, that's false. That's something people are saying. Because he's using it, like, quote unquote. I mean, he's using it as an example of something he hears over and over again. Okay? I mean, come on. He knows that this is a line. He knows, he's got to know somewhere in his mind and his heart that he's being let down easy. I mean, really. It's obvious. It's painfully obvious. Even to, I don't know what his age is, but even to a teen, which, like, I'm kind of assuming he is, just because of the general emotiveness and the general angst and ennui. You know, the whole teen angst and ennui thing. Like, I can just imagine this being on, like, an emo kids MySpace page or something in, like, circa, like, 2005, 2006. And then he, like, goes on, oh, what the hell do you people want? Not you, apparently. And what does he mean with you people? Obviously, he's referring to the last person who did this to him. And clearly, with all of the posturing, he is aware, again, on some level, that that people just don't want to date him. It's not that he's so perfect. And I think what he's really craving and looking for is honesty. But again, he seems the type who if someone were to be honest about this, he seems the type who would jump down their throat and immediately go to the bitch cunt whore, situation. I feel like he's the perfect candidate to do something like that. So clearly he knows that there's something off, and I think he's just looking for feedback. But once again, like I said, if he were to get that feedback, he would likely lash out, and not in a pretty way. Like, it would not be a good situation. So, for their own safety, some of these women are just saying something nice to get him out of their face. And clearly, I mean, if he responds to his dad with this level of vitriol and ennui, he is not equipped to be in a relationship or to even respond appropriately to other people his age who he's interested in. So guess what? Welcome to the NiceGuys subreddit. Yeah, you guessed it. I knew you would. But that's where we're at. This guy is a trademark nice guy. Now we're going to end with a simple Reddit post. It's a screen grab of a tweet. And we're going to break this down for you when we're done, as we usually do. Okay, so there's a picture of a guy taking a picture. So meta, picture of a guy taking a picture. Well, clearly he's doing a mirror selfie because he doesn't know how to use his front-facing camera, I guess. Ask another dude bro at your gym. He looks like he's at a gym. Ask one of the other dude bros. Ask one of the Chads and Stacys around you to help you with your front-facing camera or to take a picture of you. But no, he's got to go with the douchey gym selfie. So here's this tweet. And you can feel the angst pouring off of it. Observe the angry incel dude bro in his home environment. Okay. Fake tits, fake hair, fake eyelashes, fake tan, fake teeth. Who has fake teeth? Okay. Fake personality. Same cunts. Where are all the real men? Hiding from you lot. Am I right, you bros? Am I, guys? Yeah. No one? Yeah. So you're not only complaining about women being cunts, but you're complaining about the very things that have made you feel attracted to them, making them seem fake. So you can't, given all of that, you really can't understand why women might not be interested in you, guy? Right? Really? Am I picking up what you're putting down? I can't even begin with this one. So you're taking a mirror selfie at the gym, like a basic dude bro mirror selfie, and you're concerned about people being fake? Child, the irony. Oh, the irony. So yeah, this gentleman seems to have some real issues here. He seems to have some real issues with women, and apparently he's comfortable referring to all women as cunts. Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and refer this one over to Carl Jung. Just refer it back in time 100 years or so. Hopefully this guy can just jump in the TARDIS with Doctor Who and just grab some help and maybe learn some fun family-friendly hour-long lessons along the way. I don't know. But essentially, guys, as we've talked about before, as we've discussed, there is a phenomenon with men in particular, but yes, it definitely afflicts women as well. And we'll get into some nice girls of Reddit one of these days, But there is this affliction, there's this condition that seems to affect men in particular, unfortunately, but women too, wherein those of us who act in a way that is sort of predatory, sort of passive-aggressive. We want to be seen as nice. We want to be seen as the person who will bend over backwards. And, people just don't know how lucky they'd be if we were in their lives. But in reality, clearly, those of us who exhibit these characteristics are the type of people who would turn around and call the people that they're interested in having attention from cunts. It's just like the nice guy or nice girl who sends you like an Instagram DM and immediately, like 2 minutes, literally, I've read you guys' messages that occurred 2 minutes later, but literally 2 minutes later, the person doesn't reply. The object of their Instagram DM slide doesn't reply, and they have to lose their ever-loving shit, and they simply they absolutely go nuts and say things like, "How dare you, you entitled cunt, I can't believe you, the audacity," and when really that person was having surgery, a loved one died, they were away from their phone on a mountain vacation, they were at work. It's like, why would you feel entitled to someone's time, especially to that extent? Like, what would make you think that you're that entitled to someone else's time and energy? And why would you feel that somebody should drop everything they're doing and answer your message? Assume for a minute that you're not the only person messaging them, and that perhaps they don't spend 24/7 on their phone or their computer or their tablet, right? Like, use your empathy for 1 second. Has there ever been a time in your life where you were working on something away or busy and you weren't able to answer everyone's message immediately? You probably felt pretty justified in that, right? So use your empathy. But these nice girls and nice guys can't do that. Like, it doesn't compute to them. They feel like everybody should show them that kindness and that empathy, but that when it comes to them reaching out to someone, that person better immediately drop everything. And even if they've never talked to them before, they just better know how fucking special they are and answer their message immediately. You see the irony here, I hope. If you don't, you might be one of them. Just saying. And like I've read from my own message history, oftentimes assumptions are made rather than like communicating and saying, hey, I have the expectation, even if it's a ridiculous expectation and you know it, the better thing to do would be to message the person you're interested in talking to and to say, hey, this might be silly. I kind of am holding the expectation that you will get back to me within a certain amount of time, let's say, of you reading this message. I could be way off, but that's my expectation. So I'm going to assume if you don't get back to me that you either don't want to talk to me or haven't read the message. I hope I hear back from you. I think I'm a decent person to talk to, and you seem like a decent person who I'd like to talk to. Now you can see why that doesn't feel as appealing to people's egos as immediately making an assumption and rushing to judgment. It doesn't, you're putting yourself on the line when you communicate your expectations. You're putting yourself on the line when you communicate your feelings. And rather than putting themselves on the line, these nice guys and nice girls tend to immediately sort of CYA, cover their asses, by posturing, by giving these horrible posturing responses. And the whole line of behavior is just very abusive. It's very abusive. So while it's fun to read these in silly voices and laugh at them, this is some abusive shit. And in these types of podcast episodes, you are going to hear me using adult language and just talking to you like just a normal human being, and like putting the professional hat aside for a little bit. So if you don't like that, refer to my other podcast episodes. I promise you they're plentiful. But this is the kind of thing that makes both men and women more than men, it's got to be said, but men and women feel uncomfortable just putting themselves out there and being, living their life and sharing with people and just putting themselves out there. Like I said, it makes the person that you're messaging, every time someone like that messages me, I'm less likely to give a kind, nice, really genuinely kind person a chance, because the majority of people who do DM me are this type of person, and it's not upsetting to me, and I don't care what they think about me on any level. It's got to be said, but it's irritating to me because it's cutting down on the possibility that I'm going to be open to talking to a kind, genuine human being who I could connect and have a genuine friendship with or a good work relationship with. It definitely cannot tend to diminish your faith in humanity. And sure, there are some good tools out there that we should all have in our tool belt about how to identify toxic personalities like these versus healthy, good people. But it's got to be said that no matter how many tools you have in your tool belt, you can't always tell. So I happen to think that familiarizing yourself with these sort of Reddit forum type posts will actually help you to hone your skills. So yeah, I'm actually doing this for a reason, and it's not just to have fun. Yeah, having fun is part of it. It's not just to have fun. And certainly it's not to just make you feel better about yourself because you're not this kind of an asshole. Like, we still need to improve ourselves. We still need to grow and change. But I think that there's a lesson to be learned here. So I'm pretty damn appreciative, I need to say, of the people who share this kind of stuff on Reddit. I mean, this is a good object lesson. Well, folks, my voice is about to crap out here, and I hope that this has served you well. I hope you've at least gotten some laughs, and maybe that you've even learned something, perhaps. Y'all, be well. I will talk at you later. Bye-bye.